Hey everyone, I just wanted to make a quick video because last week we got some exciting news with the Snyder Cut of Justice League being announced, basically. In case you didn't know, Zack Snyder is going to release his full Justice League cut. And if you were also unaware, the version that came out a few years ago was not his full vision. He left the project after the death of his daughter, I believe, and then Joss Whedon came on to finish it. That meant a lot of reshoots, about $30 million worth, so, and then they cut it up 2 hours, and then that's what we got, which wasn't well received. And for years we've been hearing reports, oh, he filmed this, he filmed that, what is he gonna do? And there was demand for release the Snyder Cut. Release the Snyder Cut. From a bunch of fans, and then last year the actors, most of the actors, and now it happened. I mean, last week the way it happened was he was doing a director's commentary for Man of Steel. After that, he had a Q&A where Henry Cavill himself appeared on a Zoom meeting. It's 2020, of course Henry Cavill will appear on a Zoom meeting, and they talked to some fans, and then at the end they brought out a poster, and it's Zack Snyder's Justice League coming to HBO Max. HBO Max, that's the reason this is happening. It may come to theaters for a limited run, but the reason it's being done is HBO Max. The way apparently this came together from an interview he did and with the Hollywood Reporter is that back in November, after the big push for release of Snyder Cut, Warner Brothers reached out to Zack Snyder and they were like, can it be done? Are you interested? So obviously he did say yes. And for a few months, him and his wife, Deborah, put together a presentation. They put together a rough cut of what the movie would be and what would need to be done for it to be finished. You're making a presentation for a movie. What you usually do is, here's the plot outline. Here's what you have now. Here's what you need. Money-wise, how much do what do you need? And then back in February, executives came from AT&T because they're the ones pushing HBO Max, Warner Media, Warner Brothers. He showed them what they had, or he showed them what he wanted to do. He showed them, how much it would cost, and they left excited, and the ground started running. And honestly, I think the only reason we are only hearing about it now is because of the pandemic, since they're already set to go back in February. But yeah, apparently the movie will cost minimum $20 million to possibly up past $30 million to finish, which may seem surprising because you may be thinking, well, he filmed it. He filmed a lot of it already. Just got to edit it and put it out. Not exactly. When he left the project, a lot of the CGI for some of the scenes were not done at all or in a rough state. So that $20-30 million is going to go to finishing the CGI on those scenes, and then you have to re-edit the movie, and then it's done. There's another question on how is this going to come out. From the Hollywood Reporter, the two main options that Zack Snyder sold the executives on is a 4-hour epic movie, which has been reported for. He said he has filmed around 4 hours worth of footage before he left. So a 4-hour movie, that seems possible. But then also a miniseries, 46 parts, 40-50 minutes apiece, as a miniseries, and that makes executives a lot happier. Because if you throw in a couple behind the scene episodes, let's say 8 episodes. If you do 8 episodes, that's 2 months. People have to be subscribed to HBO Max to get everything, at least live. They could wait 2 months and then sign up for 1 month and do that. But because obviously, again, the point is, and the reason why AT&T and Warner Brothers are pushing this is they need HBO Max to be successful. They need exclusive content. And this is a lot cheaper than getting a high production show like a Game of Thrones, right? Another Game of Thrones that costs $8 to $10 million per episode. You put in $20-30 million, you can have an exclusive movie, an exclusive version of a movie that no one can get, right? Maybe it goes to theaters, maybe it goes to Blu-ray down the road, but if you want to see it first, you need to sign up here. So I'm personally excited for it. My main concern about the movie itself is, what's the point? And what I mean by that is, I understand that there's not much of a future with Zack Snyder's Justice League. Again, the original movie was set to lay the groundwork for number 2, number 3. Darkseid would be the main villain. Like, a lot of stuff would be going on. So let's assume we get the original cut. Nothing's cut. We get the original thing as intended. We're teased with Darkseid. He was cut out for the version we saw. If he is seen throughout the movie, and he's teased for the second one, if the second one doesn't happen, it's kind of disappointing. Now, I understand why there wouldn't be a second one, or at least a second one with Zack Snyder. But it's also kind of weird on how do you sell this to the general public? What if someone who doesn't follow this news, right? The reports coming out of Hollywood about what happened. They watch this and they're like, wow, that's great. I can't wait for the next one. And then you gotta break to them, well, Superman may or may not be back. I mean, it looks like rumors are he will be back in some form. Batman, maybe a different Batman. They might not do Darkseid if there's a sequel. They do have, I think, a challenge on trying to sell. Unless, who knows, maybe with a different director, they are going to go back and do Justice League 2. They re-sign Henry Cavill, Superman. Maybe they get Ben Affleck back for 1 or 2 movies. Maybe it can work. And I hope it does. But at the very least, Zack Snyder gets to see his original vision done. I'm happy Warner Brothers is helping him make him do that. It should have been done in the first place, but I'm glad they're making amends, and they're at least leaving this project on a much higher note than it was when it was released back in 2017, and how it's been the past few years. So, what do you think about the Snyder Cut? Justice League? You excited? You're not excited? I'm looking forward to it. I'll sign up for HBO Max for it. Kind of hoping, fingers crossed, 4 hours movie. I'm a big fan of longer movies, so sign me up for that. Yeah, there's some Lord of the Rings extended edition stuff. But let me know what you think. Or do you even want Ben Affleck back as Batman, Henry Cavill, Superman? Like, do you want to see a Justice League 2? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.